as years go on, obviously Rodgers is going to get paid more money, just because of the structure of the deal. And so I don't know if you've looked into seeing, like, are the Packers going to be limited on who they're going to be able to sign in the future? Obviously, we can't predict everything, but based on the current deals that they have in place. So, like, all the free agent signings that they did last year, obviously having Rodgers, Devontae, Bakhtiari, all those, like, big names who are on the team, is that going to hurt the Packers, financially in the long run?
I wouldn't say hurt, but I think things will get a little bit tighter. I haven't done a full kind of scope for next year, 2021 yet. There's a lot of moving parts there, especially with kind of the uncertainty with whether or not the Players Union is going to adopt a new CBA. Mm-hmm. That being said, I remember how I talked about how Preston Smith, he signed for $13 million a year.
Yeah.
But he only cost $6 in the first year. Well, that just means the latter years are going to be a little bit more painful.
Of course.
And that's the same for all four of those guys that signed last year, right? All those fun free agents that we went out and got. Packers were super excited about. Packer fans were super excited about. That pain will be a little bit more in those future years. Same thing for Rodgers, too. So Rodgers has his cap number goes up significantly after this year. And so while I think things will be tighter, the cap, like the top line budget, how much teams are going to be allowed to spend, is projected to go up significantly if the new CBA is passed. So I think that offsets a lot of that worry. But the Packers have a lot of homework to do because they've got a lot of big names in 2021 that are going to be free agents. You're looking at Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, both those guys, both those running backs. What do you do there? Kevin King, Kenny Clark, that's the elephant in the room too. Like he is due for a mega extension. Mm-hmm. And how are they going to make that work? And more guys on the offensive line, Corey Linsley and David Bakhtiari. What do they do there? And those are just like your marquee starters as of today. Who knows what tomorrow brings? Right. And let's bring that back home too to the Packers. So you talk about not giving out their contract. The thing I'm looking at that I find the most fascinating with Green Bay is I'm looking at their offensive line. And you don't hear a lot of chit-chat right now about how offensive line is a big need.
Yeah.
But you look at it, Brian Bulaga this year. Next year, you got Linsley and Bakhtiari. All those guys, you got 3 starters on the offensive line whose contracts are going to be up either this year or next year. Mm-hmm. And they're all going to be like 30 or 31 years old when the deals are done. Like, spoiler alert, not all 3 of those guys are going to be back after 2021.
No.
Like, there's no way that the Packers can pay each of these guys another third lucrative contract for all of them.
Yeah.
So who's it going to be? I don't know. But at least one of those guys won't be back for sure. So is it going to be Bulaga this year?
Yeah.
And we're going to have to make a choice between Linsley at center or Bakhtiari at left tackle? I would love to know what the Packers' plans are. But again, these are guys that we love.
Yeah.
We would love to see them play forever. But
sure.
Father Time is undefeated.
It's true.
And they'll always win out. And that's going to be the next that's going to be the next year's version of, is it going to be Jordy or is it going to be Cobb?
Yeah.
But we're looking at the offensive line.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, too. Like, even if we let Bulaga go this year and, we just have Valdir roll with it at right tackle, like, that's a Band-Aid, right? Like, he's only going to be there for so long because he's, getting up there, too. And, like, you're going to have to draft and develop those guys. And you talk about key players, David Bakhtiari, one of the best left tackles in the game. And you look at Corey Linsley, who is one of the most underrated players on the Green Bay Packers. Right. In which, like, how consistent is he that he is there nearly every single week? And, that kind of gets completely brushed over. And you look at this and you're like, oh, no, we can go from having a pretty strong offensive line to, oh, we're in trouble real quick. And then you start talking about, like you said, too, about signing those other key personnel guys. Like, that's not even talking about Kenny Clark or Kevin King or Aaron Jones. There is a topic that's going to be coming out about Aaron Jones because there's questions on, like, do you re-sign them? I love Aaron Jones to death. I love Jamal Williams. I love them both very, very much. However, there is that, that stigma about re-signing running backs and how that can come up and bite you in the ass real quick. You look at guys like Todd Gurley, right? Or David Johnson. and how that could go wrong very, very quickly, especially start putting a lot of mileage on them. It could be problematic, which is why I think it's so important that LaFleur has been talking about, doing this running back by committee, just because it's saving the wheels a little bit on these guys.
Oh, totally. And like you look back to like recent Super Bowl winning teams, and you look to see who the running backs were on the roster. Like last year in the Chiefs, did you name who the starting running back was?
Is that Darren Williams?
Yeah, Damian Williams.
Williams, yeah.
Under five. Yeah. He had 500 yards.
Yeah.
Right. The year before, Patriots, Tony Michel. Okay, he was at 900 something yards.
Yeah, but he's he's brand new. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's fresh out of college.
Right.
Like, and they've used LeGarrette Blount on some cases because they're like, hey guys, you want to go win a Super Bowl? Like, look at like the Eagles. Like when they do it, they pick off these random guys of the street that they haven't re-signed to lucrative contracts. And yeah, you're 100% correct.
Right. So there's this mentality out there that you just don't pay running backs, right? And I wonder how much of that is true. I'm not into the deep analytics of this. There's a lot of guys who they can crunch those numbers really well.
Yeah.
But like Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, both those guys could maybe not be back after this year.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could maybe, through the Packers, do you say, okay, here's the running back contract, and they offer it to both guys, and you say, okay, who wants it? And and it might not be the most expensive or lucrative contract.
Yeah.
But maybe we can keep one of them to hang around, but paying guys like top dollar, like holdout running back level money doesn't seem like a smart move these days.